kick out the king of rock. We'll kick out the band.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is From Duske Till Dawn, and I am William Duske. Today, we're back at it with more props on a budget. So, let's do this. Okay, guys, so I had to go out for more material because it's been crazy around here. I've been super busy on builds and commissions and props and all sorts of stuff. So I was starting to run low on material. So I went to several places. I went to Home Depot. I went to Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Walmart, the dollar store, Dollar Tree. I mean, I've been to a lot of places, so I'm going to do my best to show off everything that I've got. I know I was DM'd here a while back, and I had a whole bunch of questions on where to get this, where to get that, where to get this. So this is what props on a budget is. I'm going to go through, I'm going to show you my paints that I use. I'm going to show you the material that I buy. Excuse me. We're going to go over all that as well as accessories. Okay, guys, so this is the layout of the supplies that I bought as of yesterday. So let's start going through them one by one, and we will start over here with the paint. So I use different kinds of paints for different things. So if I'm working on figures or anything like that, I use Citadel. These are really good, reliable paint, as well as Vallejo. So very good paint. I run these through my airbrush. You can buy them individually, which are, I don't even know, like $5, $6 a paint. Let's see here, that's got a price. $4.99, Hobby Lobby right there, okay? Or you can buy them in a pack like this with your, these are your basic colors, vibrant colors. So it just depends on what route you want. They're also available a variety of washes, different shades and washes. So you guys can get that. Brushes, I'm running low on brushes. So I'm very hard on my brushes, so I needed to pick up some more. Pick these up for $5, Hobby Lobby. This fan brush, that's one of my favorite. That's how I get a lot of dry brushing and stuff like that. That is exactly what that brush's full intention is for. Next up, let's see here. We'll move right along. We got Sharpies. I use these for graffiti. So I start them out with just a layout. These are thin ones, or put tags or throw ups on there, something like that. So I use Sharpies for that. Cloth goods, if I'm working with cloth goods, I got these at the dollar store. You can get needle and thread kits such as this one, or just thread packs like this one. That way you can try to match up the cloth, whatever you're doing, so you don't see a seam. Magnets. All of my dioramas are magnetic, so I use these, and they are ceramic magnets. They have to be ceramic to get a good bite. So keep that in mind when you guys are out buying magnets. These are the ones to go. These are the 1-inch magnets, but they make them in all sorts of shapes and sizes. From there, we've got windows. I get this. This is a trusted brand, Mulberry. So I've got some examples right here, over here. These are all windows made by them, just stained, as well as the doors. So I've got different style doors that I pick up, and I believe that those are all the same. No, that one's different. Well, anyway, I pick up all sorts of different doors, and they're great unless you 3D print them or build them by hand, which that one I built by scratch. So that one is a scratch built door. Moving on from there, this is mold release. So this goes with this at Hobby Lobby, so you can make castings of heads or whatever prop you're going to make, which I found an easier way of doing this. So you guys don't have to buy this. I buy both because of the material, but I will show you guys a video. I did it on my Facebook page, but I will show you how to do it with this silicone, and it has to be 100% silicone. But I will bring a tutorial to that later on. This is a different kind of adhesive. This is a spray glue. This stuff bonds well. This is from the model section of Hobby Lobby. But you spray this down and it is done. Concrete set in stone. This is great stuff. I use this and I use Mod Podge. Okay, those are sealers, glue, adhesives. They're great for anything and everything. Let's see here. The cord, I use this for power lines and stuff like that for my dioramas. You can get a lot of this relatively with a good price. So $3 for all that. That's a win all day. Spackle, I got this at the dollar store or Dollar Tree. Either one, both of them sell it for this little pint. So that is good. And I use that for all my grout work, such as this right here. You can use it for different types of grout. Other than that, this apple barrel paint, I use this. These are the brands, some of the colors that I have here. I use them for my dioramas. I don't paint figures with this. If I do, it might be an accessory or very minimal. Most of the time I paint my dioramas with that. And I'm not saying that just because they're a cheap 50-cent paint. These are great name brand paints. I really like them, and it has nothing to do with that. It's just these work better with the skin tones in my airbrush than I can get with that. I've got some razor blades. I got these from the dollar store, which you can get 3 for $1. So that's a win all day. You're going to go through a lot of razor blades, and I needed another one for a little more precise cutting and measuring. So that went all the way around. That's where I got those hobby knives from. Back to the paints. This is a matte sealer. I use this, and I also use gloss depending on what I'm working on. So I use Rust-Oleum as well as the spray paints. So these are all just matte spray paints in different shades, as well as the automotive spray paint. Now these are like really glossy, really shiny, and I use these for special projects such as cars, vehicles, and other props. But then I also have hammered, which is a textured Rust-Oleum spray paint, and it works great for some of my other props. So I do use that as well. Moving on from there, I got the chairs. I got them from the dollar store. Dollar store for those two. Everything here, this all came from Hobby Lobby, minus the nail polish clear coat stuff. So this came from the dollar store too. I use this for like my tin signs and stuff like that. It seals them and also gives them a shine, kind of like a real sign. So I use clear nail polish for that. These, like I said, Mayberry Street makes a lot of the accessories that I do use and I like a lot. So you will see that a lot. But this is new. So somebody on IG posted a pic, or maybe it was on Facebook. They posted a pic with these scrapbooking. They're scrapbooking decorator things. I don't know, but they're cloth. They're cloth goods. So I ran across a few in the past. So I came across this one this week because I've got a younger cousin who's graduating any day now. So I thought, hey, I can set up a shot of graduation or something like that. So I picked up a few of those. That was cool. Let me see. The fairy tale. The fairy tales, these all came from Hobby Lobby, which is down the keychain aisle. So I use them for multiple things. Keychain aisle. This was really cool. This came from the keychain aisle too. I thought this was awesome at Hobby Lobby. So I think it feels wood, but I don't know if it is wood. Like, it's got a texture and it does feel wood, but I don't know. It might be a cast or something. Anyway, that's different, weird. I got this boat from Hobby Lobby. They're doing a sale right now for 50% off, as well as my lighthouse here. So check those out. Okay, so moving on from there, we'll get down here. I've got a 112 Mezco Blade down here for scale. This is old. This is an older one. This came from Walmart down the pencil aisle. It's a storage to hold knick-knack pencils and whatnot, little trash bin, and it was super big compared to my figures. So I didn't buy any more of these. I did mod them and make them work, but I saw these, and these were a lot smaller than that one. So I wanted to check it out. So I bought it, or I bought a pair of them, but it's still a little out of scale. So I've got to modify this and just cut this and probably take an inch off. That way it'll sit right. But you can still fudge it with your photography, and it'll look right. So anyway, those are those dollar. This came from the Dollar Tree, came from Walmart. Moving on, Dollar Tree. I got all these from there. And these, I had an idea. These, you can have here kind of like a locker. Let me use Blade for reference. And then you can stack them and kind of put them together. And you've got a pretty cool weapons rack for a diorama with a little bit of work. You can have a cool display, as well as these. I picked up these are organizers for pencils and erasers and thumbtacks and whatnot. So it's just an organizer. Anyway, I figured these things would be pretty cool as lockers or storage bins on a diorama. It's got the netting and stuff like that, kind of metal cage. So I think after you mod these out, these would work perfect for something like that. Then these little drawers, I got them at the Dollar Tree as well. These, they have little inserts, but I don't care for them. I don't even care for this, really. The only thing I'm after is they've got a button on the end of the drawer, and I use that for doorknobs. So they're $1 a piece, so I just think they're 50 cents a doorknob, which is still pretty cheap. So they look pretty good. And that's what one of them looks like. Looks like a doorknob. So I keep those. But this one, I'm gonna keep these. So I'm actually going to use these as a desk. Oops. I'm going to use these like as a desk or a work table. I'm going to put some foam on here, give it a wooden texture, make it like a wooden bench, and cover up all this stuff. And it scales right, so hopefully it'll work out in my best interest, and I don't have to throw them away and waste material. So that's what I'm going to use for that. These came from the Dollar Tree as well. You can buy the figures for $1. They come with some cool guns, cool accessories, and some suitcases. So I take what I want, and then I donate the figure to, a kid here in town or locally or something, and get rid of it. They're happy, I'm happy at the end of the day. Dollar store. This is where I get these barrels. So I picked these up. These are those little slime barrels you can get for $1, and I get these at the dollar store, not the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree has some, but they are similar now, and the quality is not as good as these. I like this brand, this JA-RU or RV or whatever it is. I like this brand a lot. I don't know, there's something about it. The other ones don't feel right. They feel cheaper. They feel less, I don't know. I don't like them. So I hunt these down. So I buy them and I recreate them. And I put my own twist on them. So I do my own graffiti, I do my own rust, and yeah. So I usually sell these. So, but I'm a big fan of these barrels. So they're really cool. So I've made a few, and they're pretty cool. I really like them. This one's not done. This one's still raw. I just painted it and still doing the graffiti work before I can do all the rust and all that stuff on that. But yeah, so that's what I use these barrels for. They're cheap and they're awesome. Like I've got a whole bunch. I got a whole stack just right over there as well that I'm working on right now. Moving on from there, lighting. Let me move my camera before I drop it. Lighting. You guys have seen these multiple times on Props on a Budget. So we've got our standard LED lights that I use for a lot of the dioramas that I do build. But there are some, and I love lights for different effects. I like these I got at Walmart in the camping section. So you can unscrew this cap and it lights up. You can either light the whole thing up or just use the light wherever you see fit. And it also strobes. So that's really cool too. So it comes in a variety of colors. So I picked up one of each color just to show you guys. And I do use them. These come from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, the Dollar Tree. But the only thing that sucks about them is they don't come with batteries. You have to provide your own batteries. So, and I want to say they take 3 AAA batteries. They're super bright. They've lasted a long time. But just keep in mind with those two. These came from Walmart again. This is like a hood lamp that goes on your head. I took the strap off, but they're super bright. They're $1 each. These are really cool. I thought about them. I like the hinge. And then these I'm going to take apart and use the LED strips in there. And it's perfect enough. There's a switch on there, and these are super bright too. So I like them a lot as well. My last light came from Walmart, and it's probably one of my favorite lights. This light bulb, and it's magnetized. Like, I've actually used this. I've got a few outside that I've used at my shop, and it's got a button here that you can push, and it turns it on. But it also comes with a remote control, and it's multicolor, so you can turn it off, you can turn it on, and you can change the colors. And this thing is so cool. I actually used it in this diorama, and I lit it up purple. I used no, that's a blue. I'm sorry. I used this dark purple right here, and it turned out really cool. I like the lighting, but you get all sorts of different shades, and it's just it's awesome. Like, this cost $4, and to me it's worth the $4, hands down, just with anything. So check that out at Walmart in the camping section. Next up is the core of everything that I build. It comes from foam. So this is foam board that I pick the blue stuff up at my local hardware stores, and this is 1/2 inch. And then the pink stuff, we pick up this at I'm sorry, scratch that. We pick this up at Home Depot, and these are, I think they're 2x2s, something like that, 2 foot by 2 foot all the way around, except for my 1/2 inch. My 1/2 inch I buy in full sheets, and I get them for 4 foot wide by 8 foot tall, so they're big. I got to harp them down with a hobby knife. So, but this is the material that I use to make dioramas such as these, and it's the best stuff ever. Next, I want to show you guys some of the sandpapers that I use. So I actually use more than this. I just picked up these since I was out. So I pick up different grits, from the rough stuff, which is 400, 600, and we go all the way to fine stuff until we can polish with the 3000 grit, depending on the project that I'm using. And some stuff I got rougher. I go all the way down to, I think, 60 grit, which is painful to use, but sometimes I need it depending on what I'm using it for. So I use some of these. Most of these I use to repaint vehicles and stuff like that, and start off and sand. That way I can get a really good, nice finish whenever I'm painting, such as using the automotive paint or whatever the case may be. But anyway, guys, I hope this helps. I know this was a lot and a long video, but I hope this answered all of the questions that I've been getting. And if it has not, feel free to reach out to me in the comments or DM me. But I hope this helps, guys, and thank you guys for sitting around through this long-winded video. So we'll catch you on the next one. Peace, guys.